I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for my review of Ruthless Season 1, Episode 3 and 4. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member and one of my peoples, welcome back. Before we get into this review, this show in particular, it is so much and it's like a lot of really, this is what we're doing here. And it's like, I don't think I can watch like more than 2 a week. So I guess that's how I'm gonna work it out with, since all my the majority of my shows are not going to be filming or airing since of, the pandemic and everything. So hopefully, Real Housewives of Potomac comes on really soon. But this show right here, it is a lot. And I'm just looking like, oh, so this is the direction he decided to go. It was a lot of like, are you serious? But anyways, we see a woman, she waking up the kids in the trailer in which they sleep in. Now, it looked like the portable trailers that I used to, when I was in 3rd grade. I guess it wasn't enough classrooms, so we had trailers outside to where the kids, had their class in. But this is like, it almost looked like y'all know the semi trucks, the little, containers? I guess that's what they call the huge containers. That's what it looked like. And I was like, it looked like it's hot in there. And it's like maybe 24 bunk beds in there where the kids are sleeping in. It looked extra hot. And that's one thing I don't like to be as hot. But anyway, the woman's trying to convince Callie that this is a fun place to be. But she's like, I just want to go home to my daddy. And y'all keep on saying my daddy is the highest now. And that is an absolute lie. My daddy's name is Bartholomew Hallstein or something like that. And it's not the highest. I just want to go home. Y'all not gonna tell me on this place is beautiful and picturesque and all these other things and y'all walking around looking crazy. No, my daddy's name is Bartholomew. Call him Barry if you're friendly with him and know him like that, but the highest is not my daddy. She didn't say that. I'm just paraphrasing. Now, Brian, that's the FBI dude, so I didn't figure out his name. Still don't know everybody's name. I'm kind of getting it. He goes to the hospital to check on Lynn, and like the doctor, she was kind of jumping all over the place, and I was kind of looking suspicious of her. But she says it was all kind of drugs up in Lynn's system. We have PCP, LCP, LSD, mushrooms, like a whole lot of stuff. And she was like, I see this a lot in drug addicts. And he was like, my wife doesn't do drugs. Like, she was like taken by some people. And then she jumps to like, do you beat your wife? He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, she had bruises all over him. I've called the cops. And then she was like, he gets angry because he's been accused of beating on his wife. See, sir, you're getting angry. I'm paraphrasing what she said because I was angry and I was taking my notes. I'm like, you just accused this man of beating on his wife. Well, Mac, the head of the FBI, remembered his name, he comes in and she was like, he can vouch for him. She's like, well, I called the police. She was like, well, I called the police. He's like, well, the FBI do. She's like, even better. And he showed his badge. She's like, oh, okay. And then she had a whole change of attitude. Yeah, you didn't know this man was FBI up out here. I'm just saying, even though the way she was acting towards him, I don't know, I was looking at her sideways. It's like you immediately jumped to this man was beating on his wife. You did, like, she could have got hurt elsewhere. She had all these drugs up in her system. But anyways, yeah, looking at the lady all sideways. Now, Tally, she is ready to get her daughter and get up out of there. She ready to run. She knows that they have been being drugged. Like, they're putting it in our food, they're putting it in our water. It's just that that's how they're keeping us controlled. At least the highest is. I don't know who else is working with him putting drugs in people's system. Maybe Daikon, I don't know. But they are keeping the people drugged. So they feel that this place is the best place on earth. And, got the hiccup, excuse me. Now, with Ruth being a drug addict, getting off the streets and, finding a place where people's all in harmony, what she thinks is in harmony and think they love her. And, she here eating the food and drinking the water and slowly getting poisoned. Of course, she gonna think it's a wonderful place. But somehow, Tally did figure out this ain't the place to be. I guess when she be getting in trouble and, they ain't feeding her right, and they ain't putting the drugs in her system, and she kind of getting cleaned out and realized something about this place ain't right, and she's trying to convince Andrew, but Andrew, he's still believing about the highest. Now she asked him have he got his cleansing yet, and he was like, no. She's like, do you know what that is? The cleansing is when the highest drugs you and then rapes you. That's what this cleansing is all about. Is this what you want to do? He's like, no, that can't be. This can't be right. Now, y'all, James Caldwell, well, his channel ain't James Caldwell no more. It's Spiller Boy TV. He said this on his first review of Ruthless. I don't know if he's still reviewing it or not, but he said that it looked like it was like the men, it's just all the men are having sex, and the women, they just there to cook and clean and, you know, take care of the children, while the men is all just having sex with each other. And I was like, well, it seems like he was right about this. She was like, she tried to tell him, this ain't nothing but them drugging and raping you. That is what your cleansing is. Now, the doctor, she goes to see Lynn and asks, like, when was the last time she had sex? She was like, yesterday. She was like, I'm asking because there was a lot of bruising around your private areas. And now, did they, like, drug and rape her, too? Like, that, I don't know what they did, but like Lynn, she over here talking about how it felt, how warm she felt when the highest touched her. I'm like, baby, because that's drugs. The doctor says that you had a little bit of every kind of drug in your system. That's why you feel this euphoria. You was drugged, baby. That's all I can say to you. You had warm feeling. That was drugs. When he touched you, that was the touch of you being on drugs. And I'm kind of scared that Lynn is going to run back there to the Rakadushi because she's liking this feeling because she'd have been drugged. I know I done said that multiple times, but like, she's just over there like, yes, it felt so warm when he touched you. And the nurse is like, the doctor's like, yes, it felt warm because you was on drugs. Everything feel better when you on drugs. And this is what she's trying to tell her. Now, at this point, Tally just needs to take her daughter and just leave. Because she's trying to save everybody. And everybody don't want to be saved. She done already tried it with Andrew. And Andrew, he's still, like, the highest. He is the greatest. She's trying it with Ruth. And Ruth is like, bro, the highest, he's the greatest too. Like, Tally is the one who brought Ruth in. I guess she was in charge of, recruiting, I guess, the girls. And she would go around, people homeless, on drugs, all that stuff, bring them in. Taught her the ways of the Rakadushi. So now Ruth is all about the Rakadushi, and she like part-time in love with, the highest, even though he don't really see it for her, but she don't know that yet. Yeah, but I'm like, you just need to stop talking to people. Like, there's ways of seeing how they feel without saying how you feel, so you won't get in trouble. It's like, how do you feel about the highest and how he does things? Ask like that. Don't go around and say the highest, he don't want you. The highest is evil. They drugging us. You can't just go out there and say that because they going to think you're going against the high, and then they're going to go and tell on you. Now, the highest then instructed Ruth to beat Tally up because she brought shame upon them from stealing their truck. Now, it's like, ain't that something? Daikon is the one that caused the accident for doggone punching this woman and caused him to hit a tree, and then told her, go get a car, but she's in trouble for following his direction. Y'all all about, y'all superior to the women don't know nothing, don't know how to do nothing, but she was following his instruction, but she the one got to get beat up, and then she can't defend herself. I'm like, really? Now she got to sit there and get beat in front of everybody. Now her poor daughter is sitting there looking like, mama, she's sitting there just got to take these punches. And she was getting beat. Now, after that beating, last episode and this episode, if that baby surprised, it would be a miracle because Ruth was getting her in that stomach. Her poor daughter looked like she wanted to cry. It was a lot. Now, Sarah is Andrew's wife. She goes to Mac, head of FBI, because all their money is gone. Now, she was already slightly embarrassed when she got home from work or wherever she was at. I think she was coming from the FBI headquarters, whatever. And the nanny was like, when am I going to get paid? She's like, I paid you. She's like, yeah, about that. That check bounced. Now, she going through the bank statements. It looked like the money gone. She's like, here, she's like, hold on, I'll talk to you in a minute, clean this mess up or do whatever you was going to do. She's looking like, okay, whatever. Now, she gets there, she's like, look here, all our money is gone. So, what's good? Like, how am I going to live, take care of my son, where my husband at? She threatens to go online and all this other stuff. So I'm like, so Andrew is gone. He done gave all of his money to the Ragaducci. He's so go. He wasn't caring about how his wife and son was gonna live. I'm like, really? And then Sarah Brigo, she getting attitude with the nanny because the nanny wants her money to be paid. She wants to get paid. She's like, gonna give her some stuff to pawn. And she's like, I want cash. I don't even want to check. Because it seems like your money, your check on bounce again. So I would prefer cash. And I'm not trying to go to the pawn shop and pawn this. I want money. Child. So since Andrew took too long taking Tally, I guess this is their version of a jail, Daikon wants to smell this man's private parts. I'm like, really, Tyler Perry, this is what we're doing? We smelling people's private parts to make sure they wasn't out here having sex? This is what we doing? I was like, I'm trying with this show. I really am, y'all. I promise I am trying with this show. But it's like so much of a lot. And I'm like, really? This is what we doing. Now, y'all, I'm trying to give Lynn a pass since she was drugged and possibly raped and still has a little bit of drugs left in her system. But she over here fantasizing about the highest. I'm like, see, I'm scared she gonna run back and go. She gonna run back and go to the Ragaducci and she gonna be all up in there. And then now she gonna be hooked on whatever drugs that they doggo slipping in everybody's system. And I was like, she just over there just like, the highest. I feel so warm when I was like, yes, because that's the drugs that they give you. So, y'all. Earlier in the episode, I don't remember when, this episode 2, I forgot to break up episodes 1 and 2, y'all, my bad. Okay, episode 2 started when Sarah went to Mac at the head of the FBI, but Andrew was walking around, minding his business, being nosy. And he looked into the highest's room and see the highest having sex with some dude. Now, I guess it's in his head now what Tally told him, what his cleansing is going to be. He starts throwing up and told Daikon, made up, so I'm adjusting to the food we eating and all that stuff. So, Ruth, she's elder mother now. So it's her job to get pregnant. She done got her own, so I don't know where, I guess they got the Ragaducci lingerie, I guess, I don't know, but it was lingerie. And she goes to the highest house to, I guess she was going there to get pregnant, I don't know, but she gets there and she's like, what is this? It is the highest, sitting on a throne-ish like chair, a bed in front of him with 7 naked dudes around the bed. Now, she thought she was going to have sex with him and have his baby because, she says, I love you. And he's always, I love you too. I love you all. But, she loves him. And she's like, I thought I was having your babies. He talk about something, they all carry my seed. And I'm like, how does that work? How do they carry your seed? Explain this to me. And she was looking like, I'm not comfortable with this. And then he had the nerve and audacity to say, you've laid with plenty of men in the world. You can't do this for the Ragaducci. And then Andrew is appointed to be the first person to, have sex with her. I'm gonna call it rape because this is what it seems like it is. She don't seem like it's a borderline rape because it's like she's willing to do it but she don't want to do it. While this is going on, we got the elder mothers outside. I'm trying to make this a flashlight, but it's so bright in here you can't see. They outside with doggone candles, singing, rocking back and forth like this is a good thing. They out there, When I tell you I wanted to laugh, but the situation wasn't calling for laugh. I was laughing because they was out there just rocking and humming and got their candles going like this is a good thing. Poor Ruth was like, I thought I was going to be having the highest baby, and me and the highest was going to be a couple. We were going to be the highest together. But no. He want these dudes to get her pregnant. This is what he wants. So I'm like, is that what happened to Tally? Is she pregnant by Andrew? Or is she pregnant by one of the dudes in the circle? I don't know. So, y'all, that wasn't just. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member and one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.